Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 26. We are on day 7, and we are watching the A block right now, matches. We're on match 4 of 5. We are on Tama versus Kazuchika Okada, which means the only match left after this is Tanahashi. And Tanahashi at 0-3, maybe the fact that he's main eventing means he's going to lose yet again to Bad Luck Fale. But regardless, Okada and Tama Tonga are about to do some major destruction of each other, and we have our New Japan players set to 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 25 seconds. That's 2:19:25, and we will be hitting play on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And there you see Tama Tonga, and there you see Okada. Tama Tonga wearing the same militarized camo style face paint that he wore when he defeated Tanahashi. Maybe a hint of things to come in this match.
I mean, you talk about the biggest match in Tama Tonga's career. I don't think I'm understating it one bit, or overstating it for that matter. You're talking about Tama Tonga sharing the ring. Yes, it's a G1 Climax tournament match, but even bigger than that, and yes, I said even bigger than that, he is in the ring with the IWGP Heavyweight Champion and a man who I believe is one of the best wrestlers in the world right now, Kazuchika Okada. If Tama Tonga can put it together, if Tama Tonga can get the win, as Okada already starting with the mind games, he will put himself in line for an IWGP Heavyweight Championship match, and that would be huge for Tama Tonga, regardless if he lost the rest of his tournament matches, because he would have known, I beat the champion.
Yeah. Now, granted, he doesn't want to lose the rest of his matches.
Certainly not. Certainly not. But if you know that I've beaten the champion and that I can come up to him, get in his face, and ask for a title shot, knowing that I have that foundation to fall back on, I think it takes some of the sting out of those losses. And now
But it is
Tama
worth
Tonga.
noting that if Tama Tonga does manage to defeat Kazuchika Okada in this match, he will put both of them in the 2-2 category, along with 6 or 5 other competitors so far.
Exactly.
That's
And
just
again,
the A block alone.
and again, Makabe would love a situation like that. Nice shoulder block there by Okada. Okada shaking the arm out. Tama Tonga slides over. Oh, vaults over the champion. Nice back elbow there. Slight spin to that back elbow a little bit, Tama Tonga. And you notice he's not too eager to rush in. I think he's going to be more methodical. Maybe dictate a slower pace here. Nice shot to the back of the head and neck. And now could it be another one? It is. Nice elbow there. Tama Tonga is going to want to ground the champion off the ropes here. Nice back elbow, though, by Okada. Okada now. Look at that snapmare takeover. Okada now drop kick, and there it is. Single leg drop kick to Tama Tonga.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I feel like a lot of the time he'll do an interesting combination where he does a DDT and then immediately goes for a diving European uppercut. And he hit the DDT in yesterday's tag match, but he never even went for the uppercut.
And Tama Tonga kicking out at 1, not even giving Okada the satisfaction of a near fall.
Now, though, just kind of going for the rear chin lock.
Yeah, very smart by Okada. Look, neither guy.
Notice the knee in the back, though. I mean, the rear chin lock is uncomfortable enough. You put that knee in the spine, you're going to cause all kinds of discomfort.
I can't really say that I blame Okada. Now, just driving the knee into that back there.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't say I blame Okada. Look, he's not looking to rush in, be sloppy, make mistakes. He's looking to play a slow, methodical match like I thought Tama Tonga wanted to do earlier. He's at 2-1 right now. And now Tope and Tama. No, Tama Tonga! Look at that. The gun's done on the rope, hanging Okada's throat on the rope.
I think that his decision to take this at more of a leisurely pace and try and, like you said, try and not be overly aggressive or make mistakes has led to the biggest mistake of all, and that's underestimating your opponent.
Exactly. I would like to think that Okada is smarter than to overlook a guy like Tama Tonga, but I feel like that's what kind of happened here.
Yeah.
And partner, I got to ask you from a personal standpoint, what do you think about Tama Tonga's adoption of the gun stun? Do you think it was smart?
It's already earned him a massive victory over Hiroshi Tanahashi, so there's literally nothing negative I can say about it.
Exactly. Now look at this. Fireman's carry here. Could have been a fireman's carry flapjack there on the guardrail.
Almost a fireman's carry snake eyes.
Exactly.
And yeah, and then, I mean, I'm bringing up a previous match against Tanahashi, but right there, the gun stun was incredibly clutch for him, helping him to really turn the tide of this match and hit Okada with it on the ring rope there.
And we have to remember, he still has the head shrinker to fall back on.
That's right, but he hasn't even used that in this tournament yet.
That's right, he
hasn't even been able to use that in a tag team match yet.
And I think that's just because the gun stun's been paying dividends. In fact, if you really think about it, I mean, that fireman's carry flapjack that we just saw on the guardrail that, connected with Okada's throat, Tama Tonga has definitely spiritually adopted a lot of the stuff that made the machine gun Carl Anderson so successful. Even though Carl Anderson is no longer with New Japan, I think Tama Tonga, adopting his moves, kind of carrying on his legacy here.
Did Carl Anderson use that flapjack to the outside?
It wouldn't have surprised me if he did, and now the kick out there by Okada. I mean, we know he used the TKO, which
yeah, but that's
Tama
not the
Tonga
same thing.
Exactly.
It's not the same thing there.
I mean, it does affect the same area, though, and I think that's kind of more the general point that I'm getting. Well, I mean, it's right on the throat, so you figure it really drives the air.
And look at this.
Now look at the quickness. Drop
kick
kick there. And Tama Tonga now hooks the leg. 2. Okada kicks out. And now Tama Tonga. Rear chin lock here. And now Okada, that just continues to make Okada expend energy, drive the air out of him somewhat, weaken him. And I'll tell you, if you can really weaken your opponent sufficiently, I mean, just ask Sonata, because he did that to Goto earlier tonight. You were able to execute any move you want on him. Sonata able to get off that moonsault that pinned Goto earlier tonight. Tama Tonga would love getting Okada to a point where he can hit a gun stun no problem. Okada reversing the Irish whip into the corner, charges at Tama Tonga, though moving out of the way. Okada hurting himself there. Oh, caught Tama Tonga. What a back body drop there. Great elevation by the Rainmaker.
Yeah, that was huge. Tama Tonga flew. But he didn't have the ability to keep flying, so he fell really hard.
And we talked about Tama Tonga's quickness. That is another point. Okada's got to be careful when going for the Rainmaker. I could see Tama Tonga using that quickness to reverse it into a gun stun. So Okada has got to be absolutely sure when he goes for the Rainmaker that he is going to hit. As you see there, back elbow. Now Okada quickening the pace a little bit. Tama Tonga reversing the Irish whip. Back elbow there. Nice little spin to it by Okada.
I think, you know what, John? I think that one narrative that we haven't even touched on, this might be the only instance in New Japan that Okada is in the ring with a superior athlete.
Yes, that's an excellent point.
Because Okada is, I mean, in his division, in the heavyweight division, he is at the top of the athlete reigns. He is the king as far as pure athleticism goes. I'm not saying that he is at the top as far as fighting goes, but he is technically now because he is the champion. But what I'm saying is, as far as athleticism goes, Okada has had a stranglehold on the best athlete label in the heavyweight division for as long as we've known about him. Tama Tonga taking this step, and look at that. There's that fireman's carry flapjack we were talking about. But Tama Tonga taking a step into the heavyweight division, I think that there's an argument to be made that Tama Tonga is more athletic than Okada.
Oh, no, wait a minute here. We've seen Tama Tonga do this before. He connects, driving Okada's face into the canvas. 2, and Okada kicks out.
And Okada showing some strength that we're not really used to seeing from him. But again, it is worth noting this is Tama Tonga's first ever G1 Climax. Prior to this, he competed as a junior.
Yes. And now, Tama Tonga looking to make his moment now. He's in there with the world champion. I think he's thinking head shrinker. He is. Okada slides out forearm, though. Another forearm. A third forearm. Now Okada reversing the Irish whip. Could it be the drop kick? No. Flapjack. Okada, though, not able to capitalize immediately. Geto cheering him on. This match is so intriguing. Okada wins this. He goes up to 3-1. Not a bad record. Because if he could win the next time his block has matches and Makabe loses, then they'd be at the same record of 4-1.
Yeah.
But Okada has to keep winning for that to happen. Now Tama Tonga. Look at that perch on the top rope. Could it be the drop kick? No! Tama Tonga kicks him off. And now Tama Tonga. Nice lariat off the top rope. Look at that. Presses the wrist down. And Okada still able to kick out. Smart pin, though, by Tama Tonga.
Tama Tonga is an amazing athlete and a very, very strong in-ring competitor. But it is worth pointing out the last time he was in a round-robin tournament like this was 2010, and that was a Best of Super Juniors tournament.
Right. Head shrinker again. Is he going to get it this time? He's up.
No.
Oh, so close.
Guillotine, though.
Strength.
But Okada setting him up for that reverse neck breaker, and there it is.
The neck breaker. I'll tell you, I thought Tama Tonga might have actually gotten it off there. He got the leap, and he hasn't really gotten that far since trying to use that move in this tournament. But Okada's strength still stuffing the attempt. Yeah. And now if he gets the elbow, you know what's going to come next. Elbow drop. He got it. There's only one thing left. And now it's the Rainmaker. Is he going to get it? That Rainmaker clothesline. If he does, he'll take Tama Tonga's head clean off his shoulders. And Okada will move up 3-1. He won't be a part of the 500 class. Tama Tonga ducks. Gun stun. Oh, but Okada hung on. Okada slides around.
Oh, there's that speed. The Hurricane Rana.
And now what's Tama Tonga thinking about? Could he get the gun stun here? No, off the ropes. No. Drop kick by Okada.
Okada has an incredible athleticism to him. His leaping ability is nearly unprecedented in the world of pro wrestling right now. The only other guy that's really on the same level as him is Moose.
Oh, now going for the Rainmaker again. Tama Tonga ducks again. Could it be the backslide?
Backslide.
Oh, rolls him through. Oh, wait a minute. Head shrinker. Head shrinker. He got it.
He did.
Oh, my God. 1, 2. Oh, the kick out by Okada.
So close, though. Maybe that just means Tama Tonga needs to use that gun stun to fully put Okada away.
And see, I disagree with this by Tama Tonga. I get it. This is the biggest match of your life. You're in there with the world champion. You wanted the win to get a title shot, but you got to keep your head in this.
You need to go for a gun stun.
And I think he's thinking about a gun stun.
Yeah.
Again, the counter.
Oh. Look at Okada.
Oh, man.
Okada is shaken up from that skull shrinker, though, or that head shrinker.
He is, but could it be the tombstone?
Maybe. I think Tama Tonga might get out of this.
Tama Tonga, he is getting out of it. He just slipped.
He did.
Slips around, trying to use that quickness.
Going
and now, Okada caught him.
Oh,
there's the German. Oh, that's it. I don't think there's another counter.
This might lead to a Rainmaker. I think it will. I think Tama Tonga.
And he got it. That's it.
Yep.
Wow, what a game effort by Tama Tonga. 2, 3 count.
Great effort by Tama Tonga, as you said, but Okada is just overwhelming.
3-1. This brings Tama Tonga down to 1-3. Inverse records here.
This brings Okada one step closer to being able to take over as the top of this block, knowing that the only competition he's got up at 3-1 is the 4-0 Makabe.
Exactly. Makabe's 4-0.
This is Makabe's least favorite result of the day by far.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better, partner, because if Makabe loses and Okada wins, those conditions have to be met. Then they're going to be tied, and then you figure if they would stay tied, if they would stay kind of deadlocked, it would come down to who beat the other. If Makabe beat Okada, Makabe would win the block. But if Okada beat Makabe, I mean, that's how they determine a tiebreaker, and then Okada would win the block.
Put it this way, John. We already said Makabe controls his own destiny, but now Okada also controls his own destiny.
Yes.
Because even if he ends up tied with Makabe, if he wins out, being tied with Makabe means he defeated Makabe. And if you defeat someone one-on-one and you end up with the same record, the person who won the singles match is the winner of the block.
Exactly.
So now Okada controls his own destiny.
He does. And Makabe's got to be a bit frustrated. I think Makabe caught a hitch in his throat like we all did when Tama Tonga hit that head shrinker.
Yeah.
But Okada wasn't to be denied. I'll tell you, what a match that was, though. I think Tama Tonga showed us a lot. He's only going to get better as time goes on.
Sadly, I will say, though, now that Tama Tonga has lost to both Makabe and Okada, Tama Tonga no longer controls his own destiny. He needs some help if he wants to win the block.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a rough go for Tama Tonga. But Okada does get the W, and now,
Yep.
well, we got a main event here.
Well, before the main event starts, we're going to stop recording. We will be back for the main event, ladies and gentlemen, and the main event is going to be Bad Luck Fale versus Tanahashi. Fale defeated Tanahashi last year, but that being said, we'll be back for this match later on. Stay tuned.